Welcome back to the Dark Archives. Tonight, we're not just investigating an entity, we're excavating a supernatural fossil, a profound example of how beliefs transform across millennia. Our subject, Astaroth, is widely catalogued in grimoires as a powerful Grand Duke of Hell, a formidable entity to be conjured or feared. But that's merely the latest and perhaps most infamous chapter in a story that spans the entirety of recorded human civilization. To truly understand Astaroth, we must look beyond the infernal, far back to the cradle of civilization, to a time when this entity was revered, not reviled. I've always been fascinated by how these ancient supernatural bloodlines evolve, and Astaroth presents one of the most striking transformations I've ever encountered, from a worshipped goddess to a feared demon. The most surprising part? The core essence, the underlying power, has remained remarkably consistent, a whisper through the ages. Our journey begins in Mesopotamia, over 4,000 years ago, with the Sumerian goddess Inanna, later known as Ishtar in Akkadian and Assyria, and Astarte in Phoenicia. She was a deity of immense duality and power, associated with both love and war, fertility and destruction, creation and chaos. She was the queen of heaven, the bright morning and evening star, Venus itself, a celestial force that governed both the delicate balance of life and the brutal realities of conflict. Ancient cultures depicted her with lions, symbols of untamed power and royalty, and often serpents, representing wisdom, fertility, or primal energy. Her worship involved elaborate rituals, sometimes including sacred prostitution, and a deep, visceral reverence for the cyclical forces of nature and human passion. There's a profound resonance to her ancient power, a sense of cosmic significance that transcends simple good or evil. It's a testament to ancestral wisdom, recognizing the raw, untamed, yet essential forces of existence that govern our world. As empires rose and fell, Ishtar's influence spread like wildfire across the ancient Near East and beyond, demonstrating an incredible capacity for cultural migration and adaptation. From Sumeria, she moved to the Hittites, Egyptians, Canaanites, and Greeks, often undergoing a process of religious syncretism. In Egypt, she merged with local goddesses like Hathor. In Greece, her attributes were absorbed into figures such as Aphrodite. The Phoenicians revered her as Astarte, a powerful maritime goddess whose cult spread throughout the Mediterranean, with temples dedicated to her across Cyprus, Malta, and even as far as Carthage. Each culture adapted her name, her specific attributes, and her mythology to fit their own pantheon and worldview, often reflecting their unique geographic and social landscapes. Yet, remarkably, certain core characteristics persisted. Her unwavering association with the planet Venus, her connection to sensuality, fertility, and the life-giving forces of nature, her martial prowess, and her undeniable, potent authority. It's as if her fundamental energy signature was so strong, so archetypal, it simply imprinted itself on every culture it touched, like an indelible cosmic fingerprint, adapting its superficial form while retaining its core essence, a testament to the universality of certain human experiences and fears. Then came the great religious shifts that reshaped the spiritual landscape of the world. With the ascendance of monotheistic Abrahamic faiths, the complex, often dualistic deities of the pagan world were frequently reinterpreted, and more often than not, demonized. Astarte, once a powerful goddess revered across empires, began her dramatic descent into the infernal. Her name, or a masculine derivative of it, Astaroth, appeared in early Jewish demonology and later solidified its formidable place in Christian grimoires of the European Middle Ages. The once revered Queen of Heaven became a Grand Duke of Hell. Texts like the Ars Goetia describe Astaroth as a mighty demon, appearing as a hideous angel riding a dragon, holding a viper, often accompanied by a foul stench. He is said to bestow knowledge of the liberal sciences, can reveal secrets of the past, present, and future, and can make men invisible. Notice the chilling echoes here. The serpent, now held menacingly, the celestial connection twisted into a fallen angel, the power, now adversarial, and the knowledge, once divine wisdom, now forbidden. These are not entirely new traits, but rather twisted reflections of the ancient goddess's attributes, stripped of their divinity and cast into shadow. My third eye can almost perceive the faint, shimmering overlay of her original form, a ghostly afterimage of the divine, hinting at the profound loss and reinterpretation that occurred during this period. It's a clear, stark example of how fear, religious conflict, and theological shifts can profoundly reshape our perception of supernatural entities, yet never quite erase their foundational characteristics. Today, Astaroth continues to evolve, reflecting our modern anxieties and fascinations, demonstrating an ongoing process of cultural reinterpretation. In contemporary occultism, Astaroth is invoked not just as a demon of knowledge, but sometimes even re-envisioned, particularly in certain neo-pagan or Luciferian currents, as a figure of empowerment, a symbol of challenging established dogma, or a symbolic link to forbidden ancient wisdom. Some modern practitioners, acutely aware of the historical lineage, even attempt to consciously reconnect with the pre-demonized Astarte aspects, seeking to reclaim the lost divine feminine power. This entity has truly become a canvas for our own projections, a symbol of rebellion, of liberation, or of reclaiming ancient primal forces. Based on this unbroken historical pattern of adaptation and reinterpretation, I predict Astaroth will continue to be a chameleon, morphing to reflect humanity's evolving understanding of power, knowledge, and the divine, possibly even reclaiming more of its ancient celestial splendor in certain subcultures, blurring the lines between angel and demon once more. Astaroth's incredible journey from revered goddess to infernal duke, and now to a complex, reinterpreted figure in the modern era, is more than just a history of a single entity. It's a profound testament to humanity's evolving relationship with the sacred and the profane, with power, fear, and the unknown. It shows us how deeply our collective beliefs and cultural narratives shape the very fabric of the supernatural, and how ancient wisdom, even when distorted and cast into shadow, can still inform our understanding of these enduring forces. By tracing these ancient supernatural bloodlines, we gain not just knowledge of the entities themselves, but a deeper, more nuanced insight into ourselves and the continuous human quest to categorize, understand, and perhaps, ultimately, protect ourselves from the mysteries that lie just beyond the veil. That's all for today's investigation into the shadows. If you want to dive deeper into the dark archives, make sure to subscribe to the HistoT YouTube channel. Remember, knowledge is our best defense against the darkness, and I'll see you in the next archive. Stay vigilant